Hi guys, it's Borkson. Hello, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Because I have this Wawa milkshake. Today, we're in the world of Harry Potter. Get my butt up on the seat. It's my butt up on the chair. I think that I did a Ron character crush. I did Harry, Malfoy a year ago, and now we're gonna do Neville. Guys, I don't even have to say this, but as a disclosure, we're talking movie version because they are making a TV show now, and obviously, I'm old enough now to be Neville's mother, which is like outrageous. I would still say not really. I mean, if I had a kid really young, I'm probably old enough to be Neville's mom, but it's just ironic that I'm old enough to be Neville's mom. 23? 22? Yeah, I'm definitely old enough to be Neville's mom. By a couple years even after that. So it's still weird, guys. I'm not the only person who thought Neville was hot. Did other girls find him hot? Or was I the only one? I don't know. Matthew Lewis had a lot to do with that too. I'm excited for a couple videos of me tonight. So Neville in the end ends up being the hero. He starts off as a bumbling boy with his toad getting bullied by Malfoy, and I'm sure by the whole school. Bullying Neville and picking on Neville and all of this. I'm like, what I don't even understand anymore is how Snape knew. I'm sure it got word around when Neville did his bugger, it turned into Snape. And how he still continued to pick on Neville, even though obviously Neville was afraid of him. Like, really? So guys, and how one guy's son dressed as Alistair Moody was picking on him, and knowing that Neville's parents were picked on. Now, if you guys are new to the world of Harry Potter, in the story they really don't say too much about Neville's parents. They only guys, sorry. Hey guys, my battery's getting really low. Where Neville says to Harry in the room of requirements, like, I am proud to be your son, but I'm not ready for everyone else to know it yet. If she didn't read these books, which I didn't do, because I wasn't really allowed to read books right now, but the whole story for another day, guys. Neville's parents were tortured by Bellatrix Lestrange. And that is why in The Mystery of Magic, of course we know that Ron and Hermione are going to tag along with Harry, but so does Ginny, Neville, and Luna. Sorry, because I'm slapping my leg because I don't know how to sound this. I'm trying to think of everyone's names. Anyway. And when Bellatrix asks Neville, how are your parents? He responds is better, something that they're going to be avenged. Because she's the one who tortured them into being mentally unstable. She's the reason why he grew up basically an orphan, being tortured by his grandmother and uncle. Which is more things with the character, guys. I really can almost relate to the role of Neville, because Neville's not an orphan. I guess technically his parents are alive, but I'm an orphan, so I can relate to Neville, as I am an orphan myself. So yeah, it's feel like I didn't grow up with the best of family life either, so I think I can really relate to it. But I mean, I think when I seen Neville, I thought Neville was cute. Other people said that Neville was fat. Neville may have had chunky cheeks, but he wasn't fat, in my opinion. And remember, guys, they actually had him wearing a fat suit. So Neville was supposed to be a heavier boy. His actor was wearing a fat suit. He was supposed to be heavy set. It's just as Tom Felton played Draco Malfoy even put it, the hunkier Matthew Lewis, who was Neville's portrayer, if you live on the rock, the hunkier Matt got, the more they distorted Neville. They gave Neville fake teeth at one point. They put cotton balls in his mouth to puff his cheeks out. They took a bowl of saliva, which I'm sure probably made the boy thirsty. They put a fat suit on him. They put pieces behind his ears to make his ears stick out. I never noticed Neville not being attractive, so I think the harder they tried to make Neville not attractive, the more, honestly, just made Matthew Lewis sexier, in my personal opinion. Guys, now I have 2 cats and I'm filming this video. And I appreciate Neville to be on, but that won't try to film. Okay, guys, so it feels weird to me that another actor is playing Neville. It's so weird. And hopefully it'd be nice if Matt would be kind to the actress going to be playing him. Now, when I did the Malfoy video, it was really just a rumor. It really was not. It was sort of confirmed that they were going to start making a movie in the books, but the books and the movies into a show. But nothing had been casted yet. Nothing had been announced. I waited so long to do the other character videos that everything else was announced. So I always thought Neville was cute. And I just get kind of teased toward, like, Neville was fat. Who finds him cute? Well, guys, look at the gorgeousness that is Matthew Lewis today. What I like about Neville is how he was a hero under it all. He was a bumbling boy getting bullied, picked on, which I can relate to Neville in that area. Matt said he was never picked on in school. And that is great for him because I was tortured basically from kindergarten to 12th grade. Different people. I've done story times about being bullied in school. I have another story time I've been wanting to film for about 2 years, but at the same time I don't want to film about being bullied in school. How one particular bully crossed over from school to home life. But that video does not put anyone in a good light. That's why I've been hesitant to make that video. But I think to not tell my story, it really just doesn't make sense. So guys, I think Neville's a hero. Neville cut Nagini's head off. He did a fantastic job at killing the last Horcrux. Yeah, Harry Potter may have been the boy who lived, but Neville was maybe supposed to be the chosen one. He was also born in July, but Neville's not the chosen one because Voldemort did not kill his parents. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Maybe it couldn't have been because the friend ratted him out. I just thought that maybe Voldemort confused the Potters with the longbottoms, but they had other friends who said, "Oh yeah, they're here," like opening doors up for them and all. So I definitely think that he may have been after both boys, and that's my theory. Is Voldemort was after Harry and Neville. But think of it, Harry defeated Voldemort, but with Neville's help, maybe he already knew Neville was gonna help him. I don't know. Guys, we can do Harry Potter theory videos if you guys really want me to. The popularity of Harry Potter never went away. But I just think Neville's hot. Overall, Neville was a sexy dude. Even back in the first movie, and let me explain that when the first movie came out, I was like 9 years old. So me thinking that Neville was hot was no big deal. I'm 3 years younger than Matthew Lewis. Basically, I'm almost 3 years younger than Matthew Lewis, so I think he's hot. It's no problem. So guys, yeah, I find Neville very attractive. His loyalty, how he was able to stand up to Harry, Ron, and Hermione in the first movie. I don't think he didn't want them to get Gryffindor in trouble again. You guys know the rock that is their Hogwarts house, they're all Gryffindors. He was like, "I'll fight you And it was just so nice. And I think what Hermione did to Neville was kind of ghetto. She like froze him, and Neville wakes up, and Neville's not supposed to be like, hey, I've been out for 3 hours, every amount of time. That's what he doesn't say. But like what Dumbledore said though, she stood up. It takes a deal of courage to stand up to your enemies, even more to stand up to your friends. So I think that definitely rings true and natural in life. So Neville was always brave. Neville was always strong. And always playing him out to be a bumbling moron was stupid in my opinion. The boy obviously was brave even back in the first movie. He was brave. Standing up to them three. I don't recognize myself sitting back here, guys. That's why I feel different. I don't recognize myself for a second. But okay, guys. Remember to comment, like, share, subscribe. If you also had a crush on Neville, tell me down below. Comment down below. Bye, guys.